Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Ford C-Max. It's a 1.8 Zetec model, registered WR07ZNU. The mileage currently 96,894 miles. The reason we do these videos is basically so that if you're looking at this car online in an advert, you actually get to see the very car advertised in operation. It gives us an opportunity to feedback on any issues there might be on the car prior to people coming to see us. That way we can avoid wasting people's time if there's anything obvious on the car that would show up while test driving the vehicle. We normally do this on our retail stock. This is what we refer to as the trade vehicles, the part exchanges, which come in. But sometimes the car actually drives very nicely. But we want also to be sort of honest with the vehicle as well. So going through the car, engine actually starts instantly, settles to completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all whilst the engine's running, and the engine pulls really nicely and sweetly throughout the whole of its rev range. It feels really, really nice. It's got a zippy engine, it's got plenty of guts, but it's very, very smooth and quiet in operation, I must say. Engine then feeds through clutch into gearbox. Clutch is absolutely spot on. It's light, positive, smooth in actuation, and bite point's exactly where it should be on the pedal travel on the car. Gearbox, which has actually always been a real strong point on Fords, and this one's no different. It's lovely gearbox. It's short and throw, slick, very precise, beautifully weighted on the gear change, and I can't feel any wear in the gear selection at all. It feels absolutely spot on in every single gear. Steering of the vehicle, again, always been a strong point for Ford cars, as is their chassis design. And this one, again, no different. It's got a lovely, smooth power steering. It just wants to change direction really nicely, but it just feels really nice in hand. Nice and tight still. Track's dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the speeds I'm allowed to drive on these roads. But it feels very, very precise and tight. Even with this mileage on the car. Suspension of the car, again, very well judged by Ford. It's very, very comfortable indeed. But it sort of zips through the bends and through the corners really, really nicely. But it's really good for sort of passengers as well, because it doesn't allow loads of sort of motion going on. Again, what I'm looking for on road test is any signs of noises. That's the only thing I can actually find on this car, and it's actually very minor indeed, actually, from what I can hear. But to the back of the car, I'm guessing it's to the driver's side, or on my side. I can hear just a little, sort of on certain road surfaces, a little bit of sort of knocking from the rear suspension, which we're not going to investigate at the price we're selling the car at. I've got to be brutally honest with you. And on smooth roads like this, you just don't hear it at all. It's just certain surfaces you can hear it. On the Hondas, which we sell most of, there tends to be little drop links chattering away. It might just be a jack loose or something in the back. I don't know, but it is there. But as I said, it doesn't seem to affect the drive of the car at all. I was going to give the brakes a bit of a shove, but there's someone directly behind me, so I can't quite do that. I know the brakes are good because I checked them on road test earlier, so they're all absolutely fine. What I look for on road test, I felt like giving them just a bit of a shove there, is just any sort of pulsing or vibrations, and there's nothing on the brake pedal at all. It just feels nice and solid and under my foot there. Looking around inside the car, aside from that occasional noise at the back there, actually very well built car. There's no creaks or groans. It feels nice and tight on the road to drive. Inside, again, all in sort of generally sort of good condition. It's just a very nice place to sit and drive a car, in all honesty. Looking around all the gauges, as I said, no warning lights on. Temperature gauge running just under half, which, from previous experience of these, is pretty much exactly where it should be as well. All the gauges, all the readouts work absolutely perfectly. Heater, blowers, all working nicely, as does the radio on the car. But it drives very, very nicely, I must say. It's a very nice car to drive. So at the start of the video, the point of them is literally, as brief as it is because it is normally a little bit longer on the retail ones, is just to show, as I said, the car actually in operation. But as I said, aside from that, little bit of noise at the back there. I can't really fault the drive of the car at all. It drives very, very nicely.